how do you ensure bankability? And when we bankability, essentially what I spoke about earlier, which is you need to be absolutely sure that the project you're doing is the one that people can put their money in. If people cannot put their money in your project, that project is not bankable. If it's a project that no yield returns for you enough as an equity investor, you may not consider that project to be one that you can finance or fund, as it were. But what do you need to do when you are trying to make sure that your project is bankable? We say here that capital is risk and loss shy, and nobody wants to put money where you are almost certain that you will lose money, and that is why you want to be sure that your project is bankable. Essentially, two contractual models that you use. One is the offtake model here, where you enter into an acceptable offtake agreement with a revenue structure that is predictable. And the other is the concessionary agreements, where you sign a concession with the city authority. The city authority here being the person who's giving you that grant. It could be a local government, a state government, or a federal government, giving you a grant to operate, build, operate, and own a project, depending on what model you ultimately adopt. But as a matter of fact, when you're talking of predictable flows, these two must come to mind, because these are your revenue contracts, whether you are doing a concession or whether you are doing a supply of products in terms of an offtake arrangement with your counterparty.
Performance guarantee by the project company to the offtaker. So using the hotel as an example, because I have not delivered in good time for them to commence their operations, they may have to draw on my performance guarantee, or if possible, draw on liquidated damages that are available to them. So who do I pass this risk to? I will be, and we should be careful to know that this risk, we should move it to our contractor, because the reason why the thing has not started could actually be their fault. If the contractor has done what they needed to do, it will go here. If losses fall here and there, you know how to apportion them. In some cases, it could also be the government in a concession arrangement, for example. And so if it is caused by the government, depending on your kind of contract you have, concession, offtake, whatever it is, you have to allocate that risk to the government.